guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. I'm here at the 2024 Chicago Auto Show. Walking around the floor, I am definitely shocked by what I found, and I think you will be as well. What is it? This is it. This is the actual production version of the Tesla Cybertruck. But before we get into this revolutionary design and technology, let's talk about what's going on here. Tesla. That brand that really, when people think of electrified vehicles, that's where their mind goes to. Now, of course, it was all about the Model S, then the Model 3, the Model Y, but this is really the one that many people have been waiting for. But we also can't forget the Tesla Roadster, which, remember, there is a new Roadster that's going to be coming. Now, since Elon unveiled this Cybertruck, there's been a lot of other competition that has come to market. The Ford F-150 Lightning, you have the GMC Hummer EV truck, and of course the Chevy Silverado EV. But what I want to find out is the Cybertruck really the ultimate electrified truck to get? Let's go ahead, let's dive into our Cybertruck and find out. Right off the bat, the design. It is fully there in this production version, and I think that was part of the complication with bringing this vehicle to production is getting that shape. Very, very unique. Now, when you look at an electric vehicle, you'll notice how the wheelbase, which the wheelbase is the space in between the front wheels and the rear wheels, lots of room because they're able to push those wheels as far apart as possible. Now, as we come around the front of the business, you have that very angular shape and, of course, the body, that stainless steel material. What am I thinking of? Yes, John DeLorean and the famous DeLorean, remember from Back to the Future? This is that same material. Now, when you look at the front, you'll notice the full LED daytime running lamps. Everything is very minimalistic. Just like you find on the interiors of Teslas, so is the exterior. Now, as we drop down, you'll notice that we do have LED lighting in this lower portion, right underneath the front nose area. You're gonna have actual tow hooks, recovery tow hooks. Across the middle portion, you do have the functionality because remember, we have that liquid-cooled battery. See where they place the forward-facing camera? Nicely out of the way, and you do get recovery hooks on both sides. Now, what's phenomenal about this vehicle is that we do have adaptive air ride suspension, and when you raise it to the highest point, you have about 17 inches of ground clearance, if you could believe that. Now, as we rise up, very short overhang, you do have a functional trunk, or what some people like to call a frunk, underneath the front. You'll also notice the single individual windshield wiper. Very large wiper angled with that windshield. And what that glass is gonna do for you is give you ultimate invisibility out the front. Now, if you like to have different power options, you do. You can get dual motor, which is gonna give you around 600 horsepower. There's also gonna be what's called the Cyber Beast, which is gonna be a tri-motor. So you're gonna have 3 motors, 845 horsepower. Eventually there will be a single motor Cybertruck that will be rear wheel drive, and that's gonna be yet to come. Now, coming around the corner, I do like how on the production version, you do have the extra large fender flares. When we look at the wheel and tire combination, this is a 20-inch wheel, of course designed to channel air down the side of the vehicle. And if you're wondering, well, what's the size of the tire? 285 on the width, 65 series sidewall, and Lori's gonna show you that adaptive air ride suspension where you could raise and lower your Cybertruck. Now, of course, when it comes to camera technology, you'll notice how we have the cameras not just up front, but also on the side fenders. Quarter window. Normally when we talk about a quarter window, we're talking about the rear. Up front, this large triangular shape is going to give you the ultimate in visibility out the front. Even the way that they shaped the side mirror design really plays nicely into the rest of the vehicle. Now, down the side, of course, you're going to have in the belly of this beast your battery pack. What they're expecting is a range of around 350 miles. All of that stainless steel, super clean minimalism. That's what it's all about when you look at Tesla products, especially coming at the peak. I think that's probably the most interesting part of the design is it comes to the peak where the windshield glass is, And then now it's gonna angle down towards that 6x4 foot bed, which you do have that full functional bed, and of course a nice power tonneau cover. Now working towards the rear, this one having the dual motors, of course, is gonna give you all-wheel drive. 0 to 60 should be around 3.9 seconds. If you go with the Cyber Beast, 845 horsepower, you're looking around 2.5 seconds. So big difference depending on if you're going dual motor, tri-motor, and then eventually, like I said, there will be a rear-wheel drive example as well. Now coming towards the rear, if you want to see where you're going to be charging, it's actually under this cover right here that you push on. There it goes, opens up. That's where you're going to charge your Cybertruck. Nice, clean style. And then you just easily push it back down and it closes up. And then as we circle around the back, just like we started up front, the unique angles, everything just really comes together. And it's interesting because maybe you saw this in a video or you saw it in a picture. Seeing it in person really gives it a totally different perspective, especially with the way they work the LED lighting across the back. And then of course we have, just like up front, the Foundation series, like we had on that front fender. And then working our way down to the bottom level, you'll see how nice you have of a clean lower bumper area. Of course, underneath the vehicle is all developed for aerodynamics, because to get good range, it's not just about the size of the battery, it's about your aerodynamic efficiency. Now, what you're gonna find over here on the side is gonna be your controls for all of the power accessories. So like I said, that power tonneau cover, real easy to access right on the driver's side. We open it right back up, and that's gonna give you nice usable storage, especially after you close it. Think about the nice dry weather protection, and of course, the rear tailgate. Folds down 6x4 feet, get those sheets of plywood. You're going to Home Depot, you could get all the goodies. But like I said, it's not just about the outside of the Cybertruck and of course all of the things when it comes to powering it. Let's get inside and see what you're gonna find on this game-changing vehicle. All right guys, this is it. We are in the all-new Cybertruck. This is what you waited for. Now if you're wondering, well Joe, I want a new piece of technology. I want an EV truck and I want to shock and awe the hell out of everybody. How much is this truck? So MSRP for this Foundation series, which is the dual motor, is going to be a little over $101,000. Eventually there will be other examples that are less expensive. That rear-wheel drive model is supposed to start in the $61,000 range if you go with the single motor rear-wheel drive. And if you're wondering, well, what about charging? So in about 10 minutes, you can charge on a DC fast charger 135 miles on a Tesla supercharger. Something to think about. But let's see how it compares to the competition, to the door panels. I love the two-tone material, very minimalistic, that off-white with the black. Look at the red ambient trim. The door handles are actually built into the midsection of the armrest there to open up the door. And then the door pockets are very large to where easily you could get a couple packages of SpaceX ice cream, astronaut ice cream, and of course, a bunch of moon pop rocks. Now going from the door panel to the dash, same story. The two-tone, love the ambient lighting, the Foundation series, and then you're gonna be greeted to a ginormous infotainment system. 18 inches in display, horizontal. We just opened up the front and it actually shows on the display here. You got all your AC controls, transmission, everything is built into the screen. Not my favorite. Let me know in the comment section how you feel about it. Look at us at the auto show. Cameras out the wazoo. Everybody wants a piece of the Cybertruck, but we get it first for you here on Raiti's Rides. You could set up all your driving dynamics. You could raise and lower the truck, the locks, everything is all accessible with this system. And here's your transmission. It's a slide system to the transmission. And it tells you how much charge we have. Down below, nice flat floor. You could put a backpack. You could put a trapper keeper. You could put a freaking bundle of sticks here when you're out camping. That's how much room there is with the flat bottom. You have almost a floating center armrest. So you're gonna have your dual chargers, his and hers, with your cell phone chargers, 2 cup holders. Open this up, we got usable tray, a party tray for your nachos, but then you also have enough room for a brass bust of Elon Musk himself. And you could keep that in there. I think you get a free bust when you buy a Cybertruck. Seats, love the one piece, full leather, of course, full electric assist with this leather style material for the passenger, for the driver, Alcantara, and then you have that glass roof that goes all the way back for the rear seat passengers. But why don't you come over to the business end? I want to show you behind this very interesting shaped steering wheel in the Cybertruck. All right, guys, business time behind the wheel in this all-new Cybertruck. As you'll notice when you look at the sill, love the way they did the aluminum here with the Cybertruck name. It almost looks like it's welded into the plate. Because this is a BEV, you have a nice flat floor, plenty of legroom, aluminum brake pedal and throttle, and a nice large dead pedal, of course. Power seat controls, easy to get to. I'm 6 feet tall, and even with the sharp angle, not even close to that Alcantara headliner. And then the steering wheel, very unique D-shaped design, flat black on all the switchgear with the Cybertruck display. And then you'll notice on our infotainment, you could have your maps up and have the picture of your Cybertruck to open different things for whatever you're doing, whether it's the frunk, ride height, whatever you got. But why don't we go ahead, let's get in the back seat and see how much room there is in this Cybertruck. All right, guys, back seat time. And this is another thing, like I said, because of the unique shape, it's crazy how much room is back here. Now, I actually folded up the rear seat to show you that the whole rear seat does fold up. You could do a 60-40 split, which is nice, free up some room. And then you do have nice large pockets. You could put a couple signed pictures that you have from Elon that he autographed, keep those in there. And then of course you're gonna have a rear touchscreen for your rear seat passengers, 9-inch in display. You could actually play movies on here, YouTube, whatever you got, Hulu, maybe you wanna watch Ozarks on Netflix. These are all your AC controls, vents, and to control everything is right off the screen. So everything through the screen, storage space down below, which is nice. And then of course, when it comes to the actual seating, I'm 6 feet tall. I'm not even near the rear glass. And then you also do get a nice armrest that folds down. Put a couple Twinkies in there, 2 drinks, ready to rock and roll. But you know what? I can't wait to take this for a drive. That'll be coming soon, but we got to wrap it up from Chicago. All right, guys, this is what I love about auto shows is that you just never know what you're going to see on the show floor. We got to thank Stuart and the rest of the people from Tesla that brought out this Cybertruck so that we could finally get some access and bring it to you. But let me know what you think down in the comment section. Do you like the Hummer EV truck more? Do you like a Ford Lightning more? Or are you digging what Tesla is bringing with the Cybertruck? I'm dying to read what you have to say in the comment section. But if you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, then you're being part of the Raised Rights family. Of course, we need to give it up, LG Raiti, working that camera like a champ. Thank you, Lori, for your hard work. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.